Now we're getting crazy. Man, I'm hitting him right in the face with this thing. All right. Hello everyone, this is Fallen Dice, and welcome to episode 22 of our Rebirth playthrough of 7 Days to Die, The Purge. And today's moving day. Finally, it's moving day. Last episode, we completed 75%. Actually, we're at 82%, so we got a little bit above that. But we are not quite ready to go. Everything's packed. So this is... I did a little tweaking, took some more stuff out, so this is everything that's coming in the APC. The dogs each have stuff in their inventories as well. Right now, my inventory is basically empty. The stuff I'm going to be grabbing is up there. And then everything else still here, stuff I'm leaving behind. It just means it's lost forever, because we will not be coming back for it. My only thing that's giving me an issue right now is our crops. I don't want to leave them because we need them. The seeds and everything. So I think that might be the one thing I'm going to let myself come back for. So I know I said that once we're only taking one trip, but what I'm going to do is make sure that I have a seed for every one of these in my inventory and the actual crop in my inventory. So it'll be the same as if I had brought them. I'm not getting to bring anything else extra, nothing new. So all that stuff will be in my inventory. But we'll at least still get to bring them with us. So, but what I want to do first of all, do I have the quest? I do. So I want to do this quest here. So, I got all the stuff we need. I don't think I had anything yet. Nothing's cooking because we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do, my stuff's still up there. Let's go hit up the, let's get that quest knocked out so we can get our ammo station, or the ability to make it and bring it with us. Okay, I don't have it marked. Okay, there we go. All right, good. It's this way. All right, so I'll see you when we get there. I kind of remember this now. So this isn't like the normal out in the booth. Like this is inside the POI. So this is gonna be this is gonna be interesting. All right, yeah, I'm gonna switch you over to APMO. So this one, if I remember right, got a bit hairy. There was a bunch of exploding things dropping through the ceiling. Like this one gets a little crazy. So. Have everything ready to go. I'm going to start with, I think, the shotgun. But if we need to, we can switch. All right.
My senses have picked up something.
So this whole place reset. Interesting. So that's like the first time we've actually reset a POI in this one. Interesting. Okay, so far it's actually still functioning like... All right. If that's the case, I'm going to switch back to my machine gun because I still do want to try to get... We're at level 7 right now for our machine guns and level 4 for axes. I need to get a lot of axes, so actually I should have that equipped. So the next class we're going to be going to, and it's not going to be for a bit yet because I have too much stuff that I need to level up here. But it's going to be... I thought about the sous chef just because of the bonuses for planting. Gives us the living off the land, so we would get an additional planted crops. So it'd be 3 when we had planted crops, and then 4 for wild crops. I think with this farm size big enough, it's not worth that. And I don't see myself using the heavy guns or the knives really, so I would be getting this just for this and possibly for the aura, which is kind of cool. But instead, what I want to do, we're gonna go butcher. because of pain tolerance. So when this maxes out, it's reducing our hit point loss and less chance to get stunned right off the bat. I think that's a big bonus to get from a class. Plus swords and assault rifles, and both the end versions of those are pretty good. So I think we're going to go with that. But again, we're not until we are completely done with our soldier all the way up, because I want to at least get to the level 10 for both these. I want the 10 axe, and I don't care about the 10 machine gun, but I do care about getting the level 10 in soldier. So far, like I said, this actually seems to be playing off like it's a regular POI. I definitely could have sworn one where it was like the suicide guys exploding through the floor. It got crazy. But maybe that isn't this one. Maybe I'm just having bad, or my memory's just off by a little bit, so. Still going careful just in case. Oh, here's some pitter patter. Axe is still doing wonders. Where did you go? And basically, as far as the loot I'm getting in this one, the plan is to go and try to put stuff into my pets, put stuff into my car, and then put stuff into the chest that I have. Anything that's left over gets sold. So I've decided what I'm bringing with me, and everything else is just extra. Okay, remember that this is one of the ones that I can use to get an actual radiator. I could have sworn there was a pigeon up there. Yeah. There you are. I was wondering when you're going to show up. Hello. Ooh, only 2 in here. Not getting a lot of sleeps in this one. Ooh, I can make a tier 2 titanium.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Scobo. There's a sleep. Oh. You have one. You have one. You do not have one. Sweet. Can only imagine how much you actually hold now. Oh, don't have enough to find out. Come on. Oh boy, and I'm 55. I haven't seen a Wraith yet. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know why I would just actually say that out loud. Okay. Hello. Sweet. Oh, doggy bringing me pets? Or bringing me friendlies? And if I remember right, the treasure room below... Maybe this... It really just seems like they're just having me do like a regular... Whoa. So did my dog go down and bring them from the loot room? I don't think this is a... No, they got the red dots. Okay. That sounds more like what I remembered. I don't think this is an event. I think this is part of the quest. Or I could be wrong. Okay, now we got... Yep. Yep. This is what I remembered. Now we're getting crazy. Man, I'm hitting him right in the face with this thing. Alright. Oh, good grief. I am almost dead. Whew. I'm saying, I remember this being a a little bit more difficult. Wait, what the heck? You still aren't dead yet?
Executing
Oh my god!
procedure.
What the hell? Well, luckily... God, man. Give me a break. I hit him in the face with the AP ammo off that minigun over and over and over, and the shotgun, and he did not go down. What the...
I've got a bad feeling about
Man, oh man. Alright, where are you guys? I can hear you. Alright, yep, let's bring you guys out here. I'm not trying to do this stuck up there. I'm annoyed. So where did you go? Up? Oh, because this is where I went, isn't it? Okay. Oh, and he's got double... So I think he was the boss of this event, but yeah, because there's our ammo station. But man, oh man, I could have... That's some bullshit. I hit him so many times with stuff. Like I don't understand how much hit points he had, but I was definitely nailing him. Okay, why do I still hear grumbling? Do I have a... I just want my loot. That's it, I just want my loot. How do I get my loot? Okay, now do I have like a... Yeah, I think I have a friggin' horde too.
not alone.
Okay, there's my loot's over here. Yeah, these guys are coming from outside. So we definitely have some kind of horde. Man, that forest had one last goodbye for me. Jeez. All right. Well, we can craft it now. I will craft it in the desert when we get there. I don't have to make one now, but yeah, that is cool to have one. And I know in the desert, I think I even get some of those in like your packages, that they send you. But death number 3. He was rough though. And I think part of my problem too is for whatever reason, I was still stuck in my head. I didn't want to waste ammo, so I was going in spurts with the with the mini instead of just putting everything I had into them. Just didn't want to waste the ammo, and that's what happens. I did the choice. It was the ammo or my life, and I lost life. All right, so I'm gonna get home. Like I said, we'll see what fits in the APC, what fits in the pets. And then I'll go check my drawers, and then everything else we're going to sell. Okay, got it all figured out. Inventory is basically back where it was. I am going to siphon whatever you have left. We're going to come over here, put all of our leftover fuel into here. He's at 58%, which still, considering how bad is, it should get us there. I am going through, so I got an extra 900. I'm going to go ahead and these last few things in here. And then we're ready to go. And I remember saying, how long it would take us to find the trader. But we actually did find the trader already when we went there originally. So, we know where the trader is, so we'll head over there. Come on, buddy. We got to figure out a nice little place nearby to hide, and then we're going to find a spot nice and flat to build our base. And the base is going to be interesting because the first part of it's going to be a kind of a floaty base, but the supports are going to be on the sides, not the bottom. So it's still going to be a 11, 12 block drop for the zombies that fall off. So they still won't go in to destroy everything. And then we're going to have structurals going up the walls and everything. Once we get that done and have a little more time in there, then the next floor, which is going to be the crafting, living, and farming area, that will go in. And that's going to go a wider footprint over the pit with some cool structural things. And then it's going to look more like it's the the horde base, and the garage will be hanging from the actual base over a hole. So it's be kind of cool. So that's the kind of plan I have. So I don't know if we want to do it like over here or over here. We'll figure out when we get there. But we got to check of the spots here. Where's a good roof or something we can borrow for just a little bit to get ourselves set up in, and then get started. And then I'm kind of curious too, because I don't remember how many cities the desert has. So we'll see how long this one's going to take us. But everything should be, yep, good to go. Oh yeah, I have to so I've got to do coffee, blueberry, pumpkin, yucca, and cotton. All right, give me one sec. I need to make sure I have each one of those in my inventory, so I'll grab them wherever they happen to be, and then we'll come back, make sure my inventory is set up, so when we return later for it, I'm not cheating. All right, so I have all of the veggies along with the single seed and the veggies, so that will constitute having them in our inventory. And these are the things that I was bringing with me. And yep, that leaves me with 2 slots. Oh boy. But we do have 9 of our file cabinets, which do have quite a bit of storage. Man, I forget how bad this thing turns. Okay, so that thing is not going to make it through the city, so we're going to have to take the scenic route. Wave goodbye. It did us well. I'm excited about the new horde base, though. I've been cooking for probably about a week now, just kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, and kind of brainstorming, so to say. So I'm really excited about having it actually come to fruition. So I think today, as far as base build wise, we need to get situated somewhere we can empty all of our loot, and then I'd like to find a better vehicle. I did allow myself to bring the bicycle. That was given to us as right off the bat. That was part of our initial mobility. So I figure, new town should still at least have the bicycle, so I don't have to drive this behemoth around trying to find a car that we can salvage and get going. And I don't have a hotwire kit on me right now, but I kind of don't have a lot of room for a lot of things, so I will definitely, once we get to town and get a spot, then I'll go have to buy one. Or hopefully I will remember to buy one. Okay, so that'll get us on the road, and then we're just going to follow the road. I may look to see if there's any salvageable cars along the way, too. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of fuel left. And I can siphon it and put it in whatever new vehicle we decide to go with afterwards. So we should be good for fuel. Plus, we're in the desert now, so we'll be able to make all the fuel we want. Are you salvageable? Nope. And I'm not looting as we go because I don't have the storage. I have no space for loot. Make sure I have my mod on me. Yep, I do. Cool. Yeah, that was our shale mine. What was down there again? I have to remember now. Was that one where we had a whole bunch of different things down there? I don't remember. We had shale and nitrate. Lots of shale, lots of nitrate. Okay. Oof, 252. I think there's even more PO highs in the desert than there was in this pine forest. Oi. We may have to reduce that number. I don't know how long it's going to take us to actually complete. What's it? 125 plus this halfway. And that's how much we had to do for the fine forest to get 75%. Ugh. Must mean there's multiple desert towns. This looks like that might actually not be a bad spot for us to set up. And I know we did some POIs. Have not done this one yet, though. Okay. So let me dump all my stuff here for now. Get my inventory clear. But I think it's close enough to the trader, and probably to where we actually are going to be building our base. And I hear and see a snake. Yep. All right. This is what, a tier 2? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll run through this real quick. I wonder if this is part of it or this is a tier 0. Don't know why I'm looting. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Alright, through the back we go.
Bad feeling about this.
So we can move in. Okay, good. Right off the bat, gotta sleep. Okay, yeah, I think this is one that you have to unlock a bunch of areas. Another cop. And another sleep. Okay. I'll take it. We're also moving along our axes, it appears. Make sure these guys don't rebirth. Ooh, oh, good. I was gonna say I don't like his color, but he died quick. Okay, we're getting really lucky right now on the sleeps, actually. Cool, making it through this one quick. Yep, another. Yeah, we're getting some really nasty ones here right off the bat. Oh, and there's a cop. Yep. At least he went to sleep. Can you still explode while you're sleeping? I mean, he was making the sounds like it. Yeah, we'll get a good loot on this tonight once we're done with all the exploring. Okay, nobody's
Great
in there.
to see you, Master.
Nope. Yep, you too. Can I get in there? Nope. So I have to go through here, and I get the feeling it's gonna. Yep.
Master, we are not alone.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got our fire zombies too now, so we got to be careful because they can definitely set us on fire. Speaking of which. I know if I have enough heads, I can go to the snow biome, and the trader lady out there, I think it's a lady, will give us mods so that we're immune to the fire. I don't think I have enough heads yet. All right, yep, we'll just do it that way. Cool. All right. I think this is funny. I think this is where I set up in my one of these like this in my single player world in the desert. I remember my single player, I think, had a lot less zombies than this one does. This one's pretty crazy. All right, where's our path down? Right there. But more pigeons and zombies. And I'm zooming because of the red tea. Okay. Yeah, we'll clear this out here tonight. We'll live up here. Okay. Sneaky. Not sure how you got yourself locked up on that wall there, buddy. They were soundproofing. Not paying much attention because you got stuck up in there. Okay. Does this get me? Nope. Aha, this does. And this opened all of them, including in here. Yep, and I knew we weren't done yet. I knew we weren't done yet. That was too easy. Alright. And we were at 2.4% from when we were playing around for 2.4 to 2.8. So that's 0.4% per POI. I wonder if it's going to be a 0.4 or a 0.3 because the the last place we were, that's what we got. Is either a 0.4 or a 0.3, or sorry, 0.5 or a 0.6. So it was kind of, I think it wasn't an exact percentage, so it would kind of fluctuate. So I'm wondering if this is the same. It'd be nice if it is, or I mean, or say it'd be nice if it's just 4%, because that's a little less than, or 0.4%. That's a little better than I was thinking it was going to be. All right, let me chew through here and get a setup up there real fast, and then I'll come back and then we'll go see the trader. All right, so here's kind of our area set up. I haven't taken all the stuff out of the car. I will do that here off camera tonight. And yeah, I didn't think so. I think yeah, I can't really add to this, but here's our kind of entrance up. There's a trade, or the APC. All right, so trader's over there. So I'm going to say we should set our new little perspective base up right out here. What I want to do is kind of march out what the outline is going to be. So let me pull up my notes here. 27 by 15 is our, so I'm going to do this first. 15 and 27. Now we'll just close it up. That is the footprint of the hole is going to be inside the blocks. So where I have the blocks are, that's going to be solid block in the ground level of this. Then it's going to go down 12 blocks, and the side is going to have a plate here. So technically it will be like it's this block here. So it's adding one extra block. And then where the actual horde base is going to be like this. So it's 2 blocks in between, but there's going to be a plate here and a plate there. And we'll use steel for that. So that's what's going to hold the base up. So for the zombies, it's going to be a wall there, so there's nothing they can do to get in. But right over here, dead center coming into the base, we'll have a walkway that leads up to a hatch, just like we had at the last place, but it's going to be a straight-on shot. There's going to be...
I've got a bad
let me
feeling
take
about
care of you.
this.
There's going to be electric fences this time, and shotgun turrets set up that they get close, and so the angles and whatnot. So before I even get to that point, I first need to dig down 1 block to put this in place. So I'll get the corners here just to make this easy. Then I can pick up all my blocks, because then the blocks are going to go back down once there's the hole. And then I need to upgrade that to, I would say, probably concrete. I think that's kind of what we're going to do here for this one. Some of these blocks are going to have to be steel. So this is this is going to be kind of an expensive build, but it looks like we're going to be here for a while. So if I figure if I do a little bit of work each episode on this base, as long as we're done by 25%, that means we are good. That's going to be the first part, and like I said, I got my work cut out tonight in the darkness, and this is also going to be our last 90-minute day episode. After this episode here, starting on day 27, we will be switching to 60-minute days. So just with all the stuff we had to do, and again, there's the crops as well, I figured this last one we'd give it 1 extra day of the longer days. But what that means is less of what we do cut out, and it'll make an easier job for me in the editing as well, trying to no longer having to figure out what to take out, because I think there was some good moments in there that I would have liked to have had in some of these episodes. I just couldn't fit them because of time. So hopefully that means we'll be able to fit more of the adventures in these ones. And I look forward to this thing taking shape. So I think it's going to look pretty cool. And I have some ideas for, just like I said, some angles. And I even plan on having like a bedroom or 2 in this one that we can decorate up. So it's something more than just a box. This will be something cool to look at. And I did kind of slip a little bit earlier, but I did say that the first floor of this is horde base and garage. So the car will store in this base, and it's going to be a drawbridge to get to it. I think I'm just initially going to start with a regular standard old drawbridge. But if there's a way to make it so it's like a player sensor on both sides, I got to look into that and see. Because I know fun pimps don't like things having more than one parent and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's... I know there was ways before where you could overload things. It was super complicated. And I'm not trying to do anything super complicated for a base that we're only in for part of the series. So I'm not that lazy to where I can't get out of the car and open a drawbridge and then go back in. So it'll be fine. But we're going to be living up top until we can at least get the pit dug, the walls taken care of, the first base taken care of, and then our structural supports on the side before we can finally put that second floor in. And then that's when we'll be able to move in. So, cool. All right, let me finish. I'm going to finish putting these blocks in real fast. And then, like I said, I would like to go over to the trader. I'm going to grab my bicycle. We are back at bicycle level. Until we find a good car, we are back riding our bike. And I think I will make sure to grab a hot wire kit. All right. Let's go first off, the lady over here. So this is kind of like the guy that gives the quest. And I think he pretty much still gives the same quest. Nothing really has changed here. He will buy stuff. But you, because I think I'm high enough level, yep, I can now buy the tier 2. Which means now, when I hit my insert button, I have 2. So I have 2 guys protect me now. Alright.
Smells like a dead
Briston is still here.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
And he has no missions to send us on. This is our new person we need to make friends with. Greta. Yeah, she wants to kill 100 fire immune zombies. Once we unlock her, though, she has some really nice things that she'll sell us.
We've got wheels, tools, and parts to fix.
All right, Bob, what do you have for sale? So I bought the solar cell thing that I can fix. So I might want to look into that as a power source. Not yet. HP, which we don't care about. Bullet tips and buckshot.
Cheaper
Yeah, nope.
doesn't always mean better.
So no quests and nothing I want from him. Boy, I would like a car. So I wonder where the other city is. And it must be either to the left or up there, one of the two. Okay. Let's look around real fast just to see if we can find a repairable car. I hope there's a decent car. I don't want to be stuck with... Ooh, I would laugh if the police car was repairable. And there's two possibilities. Okay, not you. You're just locked. I do need chickens. I left the... No, I did bring chickens. Okay. For the chicken coop wouldn't be a bad idea. I know the types that tend to be repairable, but so far the ones I've seen like that weren't. We may have to find the other city just to get a car. I mean, yes, I can drive the APC around. I just prefer not to, just because of how big and beefy it is and how hard it is to make turns in it. Nope. Man, I'm going to be surprised if there are no repairable. And I'm going to laugh if it ends up being, because I didn't bring stuff for like a truck or for a military vehicle. Nope. Man, I didn't think it was going to be that hard to find a car to repair, considering how many we found in the forest. Okay, Armstrong Auto. That means there might be multiple cars there. And I also see another cop car. And we got the hotel. Okay, all these places could be... and I'm breaking in as it's about to get dark and everything's about to start running. And I don't really have a spot either for... Okay, there we go.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, we have a winner. Okay, so... VW Sedan Cutlass. Okay, let's put a spot in there for you. No, it's a V6. Okay, and that's actually what I brought. Okay. V6 Cutlass. Okay. So what do I need? Okay. All right. Well, I found a repairable. And if we find something better later, we can always upgrade. But that should be all the things that I need. So I'm going to head to the trader. Trying to decide if I want to do this tonight. Yeah, because I still need to run back to the town, the other our old base to grab our crops. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'm going to run back. I'm going to grab all my car parts and go back. Well, actually, let me head up to the trader first. I'd be so mad if I went all the way down there without a hot wire kit. There we go. Hot wire kit. Good, good. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to get a lot of stuff done tonight. But getting our car is, I think, big. All right, we're here. There we go. Let's fuel it up. Okay, we were able to get you fully fueled. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be doing the Austin Powers trying to get out of here. That wasn't too bad. All right, turn the lights on. You're not as good as the Beamer, but you're definitely better than the APC was. I don't think I'm going to go back to get the crops, though, because it is super dark, and it means if I try driving through the forest in this thing, or just about anything, I'm going to be wrapping it around a million trees, so we'll do that when we got some light. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of... Actually, I should do some upgrading, too. I don't know why I came up here. It's all probably over here. Actually, nope. That's the better idea. I need to get set up. So I will do that. That's what I need to do. I need to get set up. And then we can play around with some other stuff. So, all right. I'm going to do this here off camera. So when we come back for the next episode, it'll be morning. I will have my workstation set up. I'll have my loot put out over here. We'll have a functioning base that we can do stuff in. And then we'll figure out where we're going to go from there in our first full day in the desert. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and leave it a like. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.